It has not rained all morning, and now that I have to go out, it has started to bucket down. But welcome back to the channel, and I'm on my way to go and have a look at a potential house that we are wanting to buy. We have been looking left, right and center. Our lease is coming up in April, and yes, you may be saying, but Richard, you just told us that you may be leaving and going back to South Africa, and that's, we have to look at all of our options here, and if we can find a house that's a fixer-upper that I can put some time and effort into, then that could, keep me busy when Lindy's at work and all of that type of thing. So we are on our way to go and have a look at this house. I have been told that it was a hoarder's house and potentially somebody died in the house and it has now been condemned by the city. So I thought, perfect, what better YouTube title? Buying a house that's been condemned by the city and finding a body or bones, lying in the basement. So we're on our way to go and have a look at this house, and I'm hoping we can make it work. This is the second house that we've gone to have a look at, and the market in Chattanooga is just completely crazy at the moment. The previous house we went to have a look at was around about the $157,000 mark, and ended up selling for $20,000 over asking. I'm expecting this house to kind of go the same way. We are facing a whole lot more challenges though with getting a mortgage, home loan. Works completely different here to South Africa. So let's go check this house out, and then I will give you an update on what's happening. And in case anybody was wondering, yes, we still love the V8 sound, and no, we're not going to make it any quiet. And if somebody comes along and says, hey Richard, we've got some long tube headers for you in a mid pipe, would you like them? I'm not going to say no. So we're still loving the V8. It sounds amazing, even in this wet weather we are in. Doesn't get old, and Lindy doesn't think it's old either. Yeah, that's always nice coming into a neighborhood and the first thing you see is couch and furniture lying on the side of the road. It's a massive problem here in Chattanooga specifically, at least, with the rubbish, where it's so expensive to recycle stuff that people just put it on the side of the road and expect somebody else to clean it up. And there she is. I don't know if you can see, you won't be able to make it out, but on their front door it says condemned. When I rocked up there, the realtor said to me, he said, cover your face, have you got your mask? That house is disgusting on the inside. There is rat feces, dog feces, you name it, in that house. They tried to clean it up as best as they possibly could, but it is still gross. The floors need to come out. So anyway, so I'm pretty keen on the house still. I don't know what Lindy's going to be like. I'm kind of glad she didn't come with to look at this house, because she would have taken one step in and walked out again. The challenge of it is though, is that because the house is condemned, the city won't allow anybody to move in until everything is up to code. That's electrical, sewerage, structure, everything. And I'm just not sure that we would be able to pull that off, to be able to have somewhere to live as well. We're going to have a chat with one of the lenders here, see what he has to say.
Please hold while I try to connect you. Okay, and is this regarding a new loan or one that's in process?
A new loan.
Okay, and if you don't mind me asking, who referred you to us?
A lady by the name of Naz. I've been chatting with her on one of the. So I'm actually from South Africa. Recently arrived in the US, and apparently Naz has been working with Scott to try and pioneer a way to get South Africans to be able to get a home loan here in America.
Yes, that is what we are helping her with. Hold on one second. Let me see if he's available. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you. Hopefully he's got some good news for us. Okay, so that conversation went somewhat well. So that is an American-based company that is helping South Africans to get a mortgage based on what they call an international credit check. So they're no longer just looking at American credit, but they're looking back at our South African credit. And this may just be the way that we are able to buy a piece of property here in America. It's been an upward battle, because we did manage to get some credit cards here to start our line of credit, and now that we've got that, we haven't had it for 6 months. So when we went ahead and did the the first sort of mortgage lender guy that we had a chat to, he was like, well, you don't have 6 months worth line of credit, so unfortunately there's nothing they can do for us right now. We need to wait for 6 months. So that's one of the nice things about being on, some of these social groups on Facebook, where we're able to network with other South Africans that are sitting in similar positions. And somebody saw a gap in the market and said, hey, we can help all of these South Africans moving here by figuring out a way to get them a line of credit so that we can give them a house. And essentially what they're doing is they're giving you a standard loan instead of a mortgage, and slightly higher percentage for interest. I don't know what it's going to be. I've asked him to come back to me about that. And then you get your loan. So it's an option. The other challenge that we're having is literally houses here are flying off the market, at least the affordable ones. We went and looked at a house about 2 weeks ago where they wanted $157,000 for the house. It ended up selling for $175,000 cash. Still a good deal considering the area and everything like that, but it's just been the upward battles that we're facing as South Africans navigating this world of America and trying to become an American and try and become part of society and add to society instead of just being a strain on society. So it's been a challenge. And you may be saying, well, Richard, we saw your other video about potentially going back to South Africa. Why would you be considering buying a house if you're looking to go back to South Africa? And the answer is pretty simple. Part of us being able to get a house here is one of the questions we need answered about whether we pack up and go back to South Africa or pack up and go to somewhere else in the world. Because the thinking behind it is, one, if we can get a mortgage and pay less for a mortgage than we currently do for rent, that's a win. If it's low enough so that we don't have to worry about, all the other expenses that come with home ownership. Two, if we can get a home that needs some work done to it, it's an investment opportunity, because this kippy over here can do all the labor, or most of the labor, and it's amazing what a lick of paint will do, and that will be a return on our investment, so that if we have to sell again in a year or two time, we could make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 instead of absolutely nothing. So anyway, I will chat with Lindy when she gets home and then focus on our next steps. Exciting times, but this beard over here sure is getting grey. What about me? Is this what happened? Watch the TV! Oh yeah, I even gave you the one with more. Oh no. Oh. Hasta la vista. Who was that? Welcome to the Bauer house. Okay, so let me tell you about our dream home.
A dream home.
A dream home that I went to there. So I want you to imagine, as you walk in the front door, you've got a landing, which you can put like a plant, like how little plants over there on, make it look all pretty if you want to put a chair or whatever. Then you walk up a flight of stairs and you've got a living room, dining room, kitchen, 3 bedrooms, master suite has got a bathroom, a full bathroom en suite, another full bathroom upstairs. And on the back of the house, you've got a door leading from the kitchen out to a big wraparound porch, wooden porch, like we've been wanting for the longest time. I think she's buying it. And then the bedroom's also got a sliding door that you open up. And when you go out onto the porch, part of it is covered. You overlook the swimming pool, the garden. There's a creek running in the background.
What's the catch?
I'm not even finished yet. You go downstairs, and as you walk down the stairs off like your front little walk-in area, you walk down the stairs and off to the right you've got a little chute for the laundry room. Then on the far side you've got a den with a working built-in fireplace.
You really took some notes, yeah?
It's got a wooden bar with a basin and all of that, so you can have like a full-on like braai room. For you that don't know what a braai room is, we'll tell you another video. That's got a door, a sliding door leading out onto like a concrete pad underneath the deck, also in front of the swimming pool. Also downstairs you've got another bedroom, full bathroom, and a double garage. It's big enough that you can fit like a workbench and everything in front of the cars and still have space to park the cars.
Okay. ... What's the big catch?
It's the house I went to look at today. Does it sound pretty good?
It does.
Pretty perfect, right?
Yeah.
Are you ready for it?
What?
Now imagine all of that covered in rat's poo, and it stinks like rat pee.
Oh,
The
no.
entire house.
That's nasty.
Did you notice where my shoes were when you got home today?
Yeah, why they're outside?
I never ever take my shoes off coming into the house or anything today, and when I got home today from seeing that house, it stunk so bad that I smelled like the inside of that house. It was terrible. My shoes, I don't know if it was on my shoes, because that's like the only thing I touched. I let the guy open all the doors and everything like that. I was like, this is gross.
Oh, it's nasty.
So I left my shoes outside.
Yeah, I hope you're disinfecting them before you bring them in.
So that's...
So how come the house is all like rat infested?
So the story behind the house is that there were people living there. They kind of moved out, came back, moved back in again, and then left. And when they left, they just had never cleaned up dirt or anything like that. So the pool, there was it's literally a massive swimming pool. Took 10 truckloads to get all the rubbish out there. The guy was saying as they came in with the excavator type thing to pick up all the rubbish out of the swimming pool, because it's obviously the pool is level with the ground, so they had to dig down into it. He says as they were picking it up and pulling it like this, the rats were just running everywhere. So essentially what happened is that all the neighbors complained to council, and council came and shut down the house, and now that's why it's being condemned. So essentially before we would be able to move in, it would be, you have to pull all the permits, you have to redo the wiring, the plumbing. Well, when I say redo, you have to go through all of it and make sure that it's all up to code. We couldn't test anything because the electricity's been switched off, and the council will not switch it back on until it's been brought up to code. So I said to the guys, like, hey man, so like, you know, tell us South Africans what's it going to take to get it all up to spec again. He was like, yeah, probably another $100,000.
Ouch.
And you can't even move in until a lot of that work is already done.
So no dead body. It was just like rat infested.
Some of the spots on the floors looked like they could have had a body lying there for a while.
Murder mystery.
Because the only place that didn't have, so here in America they've got like the baseboard kind of thing, which is like a thick press board type of thing that they put on top of all the battens.
Yeah.
You know when that stuff gets wet and it starts like all expand, the whole floor was like that.
Oh no.
But the guts of it were good. Double garage. I was sold if it wasn't for the fact that we wouldn't be able to move in immediately.
I wouldn't want to move in.
Why not?
Rat infested. Like no.
But just think about the stories. How many of you would click a video that said, you know, buying an abandoned house with a body in it or something like
rat
that?
infested home.
It would have been superb. But anyway, so that's another one.
I
down
think
in the
we can totally like check that one off of the tick list, right?
Well, yes, and all the offers had to be in by 5 o'clock today, so we missed out on that one. So anyway, the search continues. Once we have chatted and figured out more about this company that might be able to help us with the mortgage and all that, we will know more. But anyway,
let's go buy an abandoned town.
yeah, can somebody just send us like the winning lotto tickets? Maybe an uncle or auntie or some far distant cousin that has died and wants to send us all their money from Nigeria or whatever. We will happily accept it.
Nigeria.
But anyway, we're going to end the video here. If you enjoyed the video, please let us know by liking the video, dropping a comment down below, hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Help us find a home.
Yeah, I mean, we want it really cheap. We want it really nice in a good neighborhood, close to good schools because that's a good marketing thing. And we don't want a swimming pool. But if it's got a swimming pool, we can always fill it in. We can make it into...
Why don't we want a swimming pool?
Because Kippy over here is going to become the pool boy then. So
You
anyway.
can wear a Speedo while cleaning.
Okay, this has gone PG. Until the next time, we'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.